I expected you sooner.
Welcome back to my dark corner of this sick world. Jethro Tull have fallen on hard times. Who dares interrupt my solo? The Snake Woman is part of the British resurgence of horror, following Hammer's reinvention of the genre, and feels instantly British.
The film you're about to see is the story of strange happenings out on the bleak moors of Northumberland at the turn of the century.
The neighbours are at it again. Actually, that's the sick wife of Dr. Addison, a very British mad scientist.
Martha, there's no sense in your carrying on like this, and it's no use screaming.
He's injecting her with snake venom.
It gave you back your mind when they all said you were hopelessly insane.
But
that snake poison flowing through my blood. What will it do to my unborn child?
well, I think we could all take a guess.
And instead of a normal, healthy child, ours were to be born.
That's ridiculous.
We don't have long to wait.
Strange. It looks so alive, Aggie.
Subscribers will know I love a good prophet of doom, and Aggie is top drawer.
It is evil. It has the eye. It is the devil's offspring.
The mother is not in good shape.
Almost as if she had received a neurotoxic poison.
Poison?
I can't imagine how that happened. As for the child,
Its blood was cold.
Cold. Blood.
leaving aside a basic misunderstanding of what cold-blooded means, this is not a film that risks anyone missing the point.
Doctor, its eyes. So wide and staring. And they never close. Doesn't seem normal.
That is odd.
Like a reptile.
Have you got it, or do you need to see the hissing baby?
She's dead.
And
The child is evil. It has the eye.
why is she here?
Because I have charms to ward off evil.
I get the impression she does this at every birth in town, and, delighted she's finally nailed it, heads to the pub to drum up support.
Murder, evil, a curse on us all. You're all lost, you're cursed, you're doomed. Unless you come with me now.
From where, Aggie?
To the house of the snakes where the evil thing was born tonight.
Addison's?
Good guess. Time for a very British torch-wielding mob. I had hoped for a better turnout, but, you know, the weather. Of course, not everyone's here yet. Ah, there they all are. A British mob always knocks.
Open up! We've been hearing of strange goings-on out here tonight.
Seemed a lot clearer in the pub earlier. Maybe Aggie can explain it.
It was the serpent brought man's downfall.
I'm pretty sure it was woman. Well, this seems a very reasonable response. The baby is spirited away by Dr. Merton, who unfortunately is going to Africa tomorrow. So he leaves the baby with a local shepherd.
Her father will fetch her tomorrow morning.
Bitten by his own snakes, Addison dies in the fire. Time passes.
It's 19 years, no, 20. Yes, it is.
I've been meaning to write. The shepherd raised the girl Atheris as his own, and, fortunately, the bloodthirsty locals never questioned him suddenly acquiring a baby the same night the snake girl went missing. However,
I hate telling you, Doctor, but that one was unnatural.
I reminded her of it every morning at breakfast.
Well, we've moved a lot easier around this house the last few years since she disappeared.
And you let her go just like that, a small child.
You understand, she will have grown up somewhat in the last 20 years. At the local pub,
Believe it. The bite of a king cobra.
how could you possibly know that?
As a military surgeon in India, I treated hundreds of these bites.
I think I covered that. The locals are convinced they are cursed.
But how explain the fate of our town since that night?
How explain why I haven't aged a day? The Colonel pulls some strings at Scotland Yard to bring in scientific expert Charles Prentice to explain how someone dies of snakebite in Britain.
A perfectly logical scientific explanation.
Like all those snakes we let loose 20 years ago.
Oh, whacking day, our hallowed snake skull cracking day.
After they'd killed him and wrecked his laboratory.
You called the police for a snakebite and not for that? And of course, there is another string to the curse.
And they claimed they'd been attacked, not by a poisonous snake, but by a beautiful girl.
And?
Well, hello. All alone? Out here at night? Aren't you nervous?
Having made nice with the snake girl, Prentice goes on to visit Aggie, who has something to show him from her trunk of skulls. Here we go.
A voodoo doll?
That's just a doll.
Now, fire 3 bullets into the image. You will kill her.
Looks like he'll miss. Back at the pub.
Roddy!
Another day, another corpse. But
Boy was bitten in broad daylight. Not by a cobra, mind you, but by a fer-de-lance.
a different snake.
With all her talents, I can't believe that she could strike like 2 different serpents, secreting 2 different poisons.
Yeah, that would be the unbelievable part about the Snake Woman story. Does kind of back up the "you released a bunch of snakes around here 20 years ago" theory, but we'll gloss over that. What are you going to do now?
Something I should have done years ago.
It is my duty to...
Is she actually turning into a snake? Prentice is done with this superstitious mumbo-jumbo.
I've heard enough.
But before he leaves...
Aggie!
You're surprised to find an empty skin.
Be kind of weird if I wasn't, right?
Then it's really true.
Yes.
That's what turned you around, and after you were such a dick to the Colonel. After 20 years of people turning up dead from snakebite, the villagers finally decide to act, something Prentice never decides to do, and resort to their all-purpose solution.
Come yet? He'll be here soon. You got your torches ready, lads?
Well, that's the same mob. Out on the moor...
Atheris! Atheris! Where are you?
Here, girl.
If you'll trust me, I'll see that no one harms you. You'll be safe from others and safe from yourself. No more killings. Well, will you trust me, Atheris?
Moving stuff. Ah, well, did my best. "20 years and none of us thought to shoot it."
Good Lord. Prentice, look!
She was turning into a snake. What a moving ending. Nothing could undercut that.
She's dead, all right.
Hammer did this sort of thing much better 5 years later with the reptile, but it's not awful. The local characters are fine, and Aggie's great.
I can see things.
But Prentice is dreary, and Atheris gets damn all to do. She could have legitimately been avenging her father. It's a very cold-blooded film. Perhaps a bit too British.
Ridiculous.
Thanks for watching. Please strike the like button. This is The Reptile before The Reptile. What other films feel like draft versions of later films? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, if you're going, I'll go too.